Students, you must take notes on everything that I have underlined in the slides. Make sure you use the title of the slide as your header and notes, and these notes should be in your notebook for no text when I return. Article 2, the President, the Executive Branch. Qualifications for the President. A person must be at least 35 years old, a native born citizen, a resident of the United States for at least 14 years. Similarities between the past presidents. All of them were white males except for Barack Obama, although one was Protestant Christian. Most have won elections before. Most have had college education. Many of them were lawyers, and most of them from populous states. Salaries and benefits. The president earns $400,000 per year. They get money for expenses. They live or should live and work at the White House. There's some homes, Camp David. They get money for special cars, helicopters, airplane travel, mainly. And they have status and prestige. Right here is what they call the beast. That's the president's limo. Election. Presidential elections take place every 4 years on the first Tuesday of November. The electoral college system chooses the president. We will do another lesson on the electoral college later. State representation in Congress determines the number of electors per state, and we have what's called a winner take all system. The candidate who wins the popular vote for the state is to take all the state's electoral votes. In order for you to become president, the winner must get 270 of the 538 electoral votes to win. Again, the president serves a 4 year term. Um, and in the 22nd Amendment, which was passed in 1951, the president may only serve two elected terms in office. The vice president, he's also elected with the president through the electoral college system. The qualifications are the same as the president. He takes over as for the president, he's seated and he's part of what's called the president's cabinet, and he acts as the official leader of the Senate. Presidential succession, which we have already talked about, and it's outlined in the 25th Amendment. If the president dies or leaves office, the vice president becomes the new president, and the new president then chooses another vice president. But the choice must be approved by the Senate. Okay, here we go. The president's job. His job is designed under Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution and it states the executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States of America. President's powers. He can pardon or reduce the penalties against people convicted of federal crimes. He can deal reprieve or delay the punishment of a prisoner. He can give them amnesty, which is the pardon of a group of people, and he has the right to um, produce executive orders, which is the action given to the executive branch that has the force of a law behind it. It does not have to go through Congress. It's his exclusive right. The president's major roles. These are what you're going to need to complete the assignment for the presidential act. And you'll see why once we go into this, into the following slide. The president is the chief executive. He carries out the nation's laws He issues executive orders. He appoints the cabinet members, judges, and other federal officials. But the Senate must approve his choices. He just can't say, I want to pick this person and they automatically get the job. He issues pardons and grants amnesty and can issue reprieves and communications. He is the party leader. He supports the party members in election campaigns for Senate, any other office that his political party is affiliated with. He supports them. He helps to unify the party and he gives it direction. Chief diplomat. As the chief diplomat, he meets with foreign leaders to discuss matters of U.S. interest or concern. He appoints ambassadors. He makes treaties and executive agreements. One of his most important jobs is as commander in chief. The president is the leader of the nation's armed forces, and he was given that by the War Powers Act in 1973. The president is required to, one, check with Congress before sending troops out. Two, he must report to Congress within 2 days about circumstances and the estimated time of a deployment. And three, stop deployment within 60 days of the first account unless Congress approves or the President requests a 30-day extension to protect the safety of personnel. That's under checks and balances. That's how Congress checks its authority to declare war. And only Congress can declare war. Legislative leader. He introduces and proposes laws. He calls special sessions of Congress to consider urgent matters such as what's going on right now, the coronavirus. He had called Congress in for a special session in which they were supposed to come up with a budget plan to work out so people can be protected during the coronavirus. He also has the State of the Union address that is done every year, usually within the first 60 days of the year. And he can approve or veto legislation. That's what we were talking about when we studied the legislative branch and he was going over the veto power of the president. The president is the head of state. He serves as a representative or a symbol for the whole nation. That's why it's important as the president, you put on a good face for your nation to other nations. He's the economic leader. The president deals with economic problems such as unemployment, high taxes, rising prices. He also is responsible for planning the federal budget for the entire 50 states, and Congress must approve that federal budget. Okay, on the following two slides, there are 13 agencies. So on a Google Doc, you must list them and tell me what each of them are responsible for. This document must be turned in by this Friday at 11:59 p.m. No excuses. These agencies can be found in your textbook. In case you don't know how to use Clever, please send me an email and I can tell you how to look for these agencies. The first agency is the FBI, which is up here at the top. The Central Intelligence Agency, the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, the Social Security Administration, the Drug Enforcement Agency, the CDC, the Centers for Disease and Control Prevention. This is the most, right now, this is the most important bill we have going because of the coronavirus. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, you have the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Justice, um, this is the Health and Human Services Office of FEMA, United States Census, and the National Transportation Safety Board. This is another agency that we're using today because of the safety of Americans in the United States during the coronavirus. The executive branch of the president's administration is very busy. There's about 2,000 employees that assist the president directly. They prepare reports, they help write bills, and check on the work of the executive agency. They're very busy. At the executive office, the White House office is a staff of 500 who work directly for the president. The executive office, the Office of Management and Budget, their job is to help prepare the budget with the advice of the president to send to Congress. This budget is a plan and a goal for the upcoming year. So the budget that they're working out for 2020 will be actually for 2021. Um, we have what's called the National Security Council. This group helps the president with military and foreign policy matters and is usually headed by the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of State. Another other two offices that are under the executive is the Office of Administration. They provide secretarial services to all executive offices, such as printing, security, mail, etc. And then you have the Council of Economic Advisors. They help the president carry out his role as the economic leader. They also help him with um, establishing the budget, and then they talk about um, if the how strong the economy is. The regulatory agencies and the executive branch. The regulatory agencies are government agencies that have authority over some area of human activity. These agencies are under administrative laws. They want to protect the public. They should protect the public. These agencies can do investigations, issue fines, or audits. Um, they are very important to making sure that people in the United States are well taken care of. The cabinet. The cabinet is a group of presidential advisors that head the 15 top level executive departments that must be approved by the cabinet, by the Senate, I'm sorry. The cabinet members are called secretaries. You have like the Secretary of State, Secretary of Homeland Security, the Secretary of Transportation. All of these are appointed by the president, but they must be approved by Congress. Federal bureaucracy. Government agencies. A government-run business that provides services such as post office. That is a government agency. It is a federal crime to do anything against a federal agency. Then you have independent and regulatory agencies. The executive agencies, these agencies deal with special areas in the government such as NASA, FBI, and the CIA. Finally, government workers. You got what's called the civil service workers, employees of the government. And two ways to get a job with the government is through what's called the school system, jobs that went to people for their political support. That is what Trump heavily relied on this election because he put people in the places that supported him. And you have what's called a merit system, standards set for civil service jobs such as extensive examinations. You have to apply for a position and then you take a test and you're given that